Welcome back to the blogs. Today I thought I'd give you a rundown of the 16 valve track mini that I'm going to prep for Blighton next year. It's the Mark 1 Performance track day or action day on the 6th of May, I think it is. So the idea is to get it ready for that. The last time it was out was the Mark 1 Performance track day, the very first one they did. I think that was 5 years ago now. So, and then it was 10 years before that before it was out. So quite a lot to do. So a quick rundown of the car. It's well, it was a round front, converted to Clubman. You can see the gap there where the original inner wings were. It's obviously, as you can see, it's running Vauxhall 2 litre 16 valve engine, Genv throttle bodies, DTA ECU, standard F20 gearbox with a Quaife diff, Astra rad squeezed in the front. The subframe, not that you can see much of it in this light, is the AMT race frame, which has inclined coilovers. There's the top tower for the incline. They're at 45 degrees, runs 1,000-pound springs, and obviously full house fuel system. You can see the regulator under there. All the hosing all the way through the car is this fancy stuff from Speedflow. There's approximately £1,000 worth of fuel pipe and fixings just to get the fuel from the boot to the front of the car. Wheels, 7x13s with A008s. Came with the wheels when I bought the wheels. Big arches, removable front, Perspex side windows with the slider, Perspex rear windows. Standard minifin drums at the back. This is the quick view there. It's a Jazz fuel cell in the boot with a big old pump just down the side of it. Boot floor is Kevlar. It's all been cut out, runs a rear beam. There's no rear subframe at all. Obviously it's got, well, it's still got the standard steel bonnet that came off the base car, grilled to take a bit of weight out of it. That was a fun job drilling that and then filing all the holes out. There's the sticker from the first action day that we did at Blighton, which was the last time it was out. Right, inside the car, all the door frame, I've cut that out to the bare minimum and left the standard mechanism for locking, moved the handle to there. As you can see inside, although it's a bit dark in here, it's basically all cage or carbon fibre. There's nothing else much in here. Set of Corbeau race seats in the GT version for us fat boys. Intercom there, fastening to me helmets that I bought at the same time. Big harness bar through. Big harness bar through the back. Big 3-inch 6-point, I think it is, harnesses. It's got a Quaife gear change there, brake bias there, and then a battery box, which is one of the reasons I came up today. I got a new battery because the old one was buggered with leaving it here for too long uncharged. So I've got a new battery to try and I'll see if it fires up. Dash, you can see all that lot. I like my switches. Got lambda gauge and then fuel pump, ECU, rad fan switches, hazards and lights, fuel pump at the top. There's the top up there, and then we've got a stacked dash, speedo, launch control buttons, various warning buttons, brake bias lever here because it's got one of these fancy split pedal boxes, although I never could get it to work that well. Yeah, so one of the issues I had last time it was out was that every time I tried accelerating, the engine was cutting out, and it turned out that the ECU and the coil pack were losing voltage, so what I've had to do was, as a temporary fix, was to rewired it straight to the battery down there. But I do need to find a better solution. Hopefully I'll think of something, but because at the moment everything's hidden in behind that dash, and it's really bad for access. There is a fuse box you can see at the bottom there, but even then that's not helping. It's a mimic of the original mini wiring fuse box, but it's still not working as I intended. It's all run off relays and stuff, but somehow the voltage is just dropping too much through the system, so I have to connect it straight to the battery, which means the main cutout is your on-off switch, which is far from ideal. You know, you can turn off the switches on the dash and the engine keeps running because it's still powered from the battery. The problem with doing it up here is I haven't got much room to work, because that's as far as I can open the door. So I might have to do what I can and then get it recovered back home. Right, what I'm going to try and do now is see if it starts. I've connected the battery, and the bad news straight away is that the fancy battery I bought is way bigger than the one that was in there previously. It doesn't fit in the battery box. It's right depth, or right width and length, but it's the wrong depth. It's way too high. Some cables don't reach properly or anything. So let's see if it fires up after the, what, 6 months or so. Right, ignition on. Various lights are on. Let's turn the fuel pump on. ECU, then pumps. Make sure it's out of gear. I think that's it. I'll soon find out. Oh, it's a bit sluggish. The throttle pedal doesn't feel happy, it feels really stiff. Sound happy, it doesn't smell very happy. It all smells of Lucas smoke. The side lights are on and they shouldn't have been, so there's someone not happy in the wiring. Lander's working, slowly warming up, doesn't smell as electrical now as it did. Really comfy in here, but it's a bit noisy, a bit cold as well. Keeps going weak for some reason, so the idle needs to come up. Yeah, it's not happy. It's not running on 4 for whatever reason. So what I'll do. Oh look, there's me. I'll probably have to check the plugs and make sure all the injectors are working properly using the DTA diagnostic software. Also need to look into the battery issue where it doesn't fit in the box. And various stuff, but I really need room to work. One of the jobs I definitely need to do is I need to change the bushes on the rear shock absorbers, or the rear coilover, sorry, which are at 45 degrees coming back into the cabin as opposed to the normal vertical ones, which means I have to take the seats out to get at the top of the fastenings for the coilovers, which is fun because it's like, yeah, it's down back there somewhere, and obviously all these seats have to come out, which is an absolute, well, one has to come out, and it's an absolute pain in the arse job. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it sort of ran, but yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff to do. The wiring needs to sort out, because why the lights came on then I do not know. They shouldn't have done. It did smell a bit electrical for some reason. Need to sort out the power running, the plugs and injectors, making sure they're alright. Sort out the brakes, sort out the rear suspension, sort out the gear change. It was a bit iffy last time, but there's no way of testing it, especially not when I've got 2 inches at the front of the car and 6 at the back. Can't use it on the road to test it anywhere. So this is a video of the suspension travel. They moved. And the back's just as soft. There you go, that's me bouncing on the top of the car. Yeah, quite stiff. Right, so that's it for this video. If you want to see some more of the rebuild of the car, don't forget to click subscribe, click the little bell button next to that, and give you notifications, and like this video. And any comments are welcome about the spec of the car, anything like that. I'll do a list down below of what I intend to do, and hopefully we can keep progress on it going, ready for the track day in May. Obviously for the moment I'm going to concentrate on Bumblebee, get the engine done on that, get it running over Christmas hopefully, get the last of the bits ordered. But yeah, this is a long-term project, obviously with well, 15-20 years worth of working it so far, and hopefully we'll get it all sorted.